What was the movie with Elizabeth Moss that she was in? The Invisible Man? Is that what it's called?
That was a good one.
So that, to me, is like the perfect explanation of what the SI would feel like.
Yeah.
Is that they're just going along with their fucking life and they have their shit contained, they have their plan, they have their control.
Some selfish FI consume NE guy.
Abstract,
fucking...
like invisible. Can't prove it.
Can't prove
He's
it.
messing with me.
That's a real good one.
Causing me random, invisible chaos.
Tribe doesn't believe me, but I abstractly know it's there.
I know it's
and
there.
He's picking on me.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I've
His
heard a lot
NE
of
patterns on his suit.
I know. His ENTP suit.
Yeah.
Where you'll see somebody who's has the Savior SI, and they'll go through something. And they're like not sure of what the thing is. What was that? What was that? What was that? They do the what was that? I remember there was quite a few videos we watched back in the day where
what was that?
The what was that? And they'll hear a noise.
What was that?
What was that? And you're like, it's just the door.
I don't know.
Somebody's just knocking on the door. Or it was just the gardeners. Me as a double observer, I'm like, it was just the gardeners. It's nothing. No big deal. Right? But they're like, no, seriously, what was that? And you can feel and you could hear, and a lot of times they would express like, well, maybe it's a robber. Jumps so fast to the most far out there possibility.
Right.
And you're like, what? But then that spurs into like beyond.
Because it's hard because everybody has that. Everybody does that.
You're right.
Everybody's like, what was that fear? Maybe it's a robber. Oh shit. So everybody has that fear.
Yes.
But imagine if that was the one that was tied up to your trigger point.
Why for them is that panic, and why for you is that panic? Like, what is the same about this?
I wonder if you really can like trace it far back evolutionary, where it's just like, if I fall into a trap or if I get lost, it's going to be forever.
Okay, yeah.
So if I stumble into...
the infinity fear, yeah.
If I stumble into a scorpion trap, they're going to catch me and I won't be able to get out because I don't have that sensor or I don't understand what's going on, whatever.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah. Like that's what the fear... It feels like the trap is going to be forever. So if the camera doesn't turn on, it's going to not turn on forever. And therefore my entire life is stuck on, well, I could never see Cody graduate. I could never go to his wedding. I could never live a life. I could never work with a big business.
It really feels like that
because
way.
I can't get the camera to turn on. Well, what are you going to do? How are you going to pay your bills if you can't get the camera to turn on? The camera's not turning on. It's going to be forever. And then that's the fear and that's the anxiety.
Okay, that makes sense because I've always kicked the ass of the lead SEs because I'm like, hey, what? Why are you accusing everyone of being a damn,
Well, they'll be
cult
stuck
leader
forever.
Yeah, because like, what is the fucking
if they're
deal?
stealing your information and they delete your credit card or whatever, then now you can't pay your bills and now you're gonna get divorced and now you're gonna live on the beach and now
so
the whole thing falls apart.
So that's the actual belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard for me to hold on to for longer than 10 minutes. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with people.
Right.
I've had to do the same thing.
It's the forever fear.
Yes.
So if you're Demon NE and you think there's a robber, well, there's going to be a robber forever. They're going to come get me every night. And now I can't get married. Now I can't get a job because the robber stole my shit. Oh my God, there's a big problem. Is anybody listening to me?
Yeah. And I have that trigger set up to people. Somebody's going to see that this is my identity. They'll never see who I really am. And therefore, blah, blah, blah.
And then by the time you're 20, you've had several instances where the worst case scenario was actually true. Right? So like literally.
So it compounds over time.
But
I know, I definitely
somebody
see
really
the
did
fears
break in and steal your identity.
Get worse.
And you're an IJ. You're like, oh my God, I told you, everybody.
That's true.
And now you could just triple down the rest of your life that your fears are fucking true. Try and tell your body for the next 60 years.
All that stuff that did happen to you.
No, it really went through it. Everybody agreed it actually happened. You're just like.
Okay, so let me give some tips or whatever on the way out here. So the thing that I would say, if somebody were to call me up and be like, hey, I have a Demon NE problem. What the hell do I do? I would say you need to start the double observing game. You do need to actually do the observation game. Start pulling
resolve the fear.
Pull in the information. Use your SI. Do the diary.
Right.
Do the diary. Everybody with demons needs to get consciousness before you can get responsibility because you have no idea how much it's happening and your brain is not designed to look there. It's not actually tracking that. So you do need to track. Okay, I'm not allowed, says my brain, to open up that dark closet with the spooky Rorschach-faced demon ghoul Joker. Like that's what their greatest fear is. Okay, great. Just open up that closet and make friends with that. Like, oh my God. Like, yes, but start doing it in slow bits because it's not real. It's just a guy with a mask on.
Yeah.
But the consciousness of, okay, let me stop. There's a weird woo. There's a weird, what is that? You know? Write it down. Okay. And a lot of the invisible, like, observer fears, they're so solvable. You're like, I'm scared that I couldn't find XYZ. It's like, if you're scared that you lost something, fucking start overworking how to track things. Like, everybody that's scared of fucking losing their keys, start getting a fucking key fob or whatever the hell you need to do. Like, you could pragmatically solve this and feel less stuck
Just
over time.
take some weight off the bar. Just start knocking out the easy ones
Yeah.
to build some momentum. But then also too, you can get so many of them done, and it never totally goes away. But I think by the time you are resolving a lot of the little ones, you start to realize, oh wait a minute, this
All
isn't so
of these have
Yeah.
some kind of solution.
Yeah.
But you do gotta get the diary or whatever it is, the tracking. You do need to get the consciousness.
to bring it into the light. Yeah.
How much am I really scared of shit? Okay, let me pull that up and put it on the table, and then do pragmatic solutions to
it really
actually
works.
solve.
It really does work. Yeah.
100%.
And you know what? What was that?
It was just the gardeners. It's nothing. No big deal.